Well, Nanny Fine finally dug a hole deep enough to bury her and her hair.
Oh, Miss Babcock, you have a little something,
Oh, well, give me that. How do I look?
Yummy.
I love this woman. She is wildly talented. You know her as Cece Babcock on The Nanny, but please give a warm welcome to Miss Lauren Lane. So much for coming.
I am so happy to be. This feels like your house.
I know,
it's so
doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I am so happy to be here. What a great audience.
I know, aren't they delicious? Now, tell me something, Lauren. You know, you played a character that people love to hate. What was that like for you?
Easy.
Yeah. Did people come up to you on the street?
People come up to me. Students come up to me. People come up and are a little afraid. Is it all right to talk to you? But the truth is, I love playing. We both have very distinct voices. Yeah. Right?
Well, when we auditioned for that role, we saw many, many women. But the minute she walked in, she so nailed it. I mean, we just knew, that's her. You hit it on the money, baby. Do you have any distinctive memories about working on The Nanny?
Well, I have met Esther. Did I meet Esther when we did the reunion? Was she in your life?
I'm trying to think. Yes, we did have Esther Drescher.
Well, first of all, Esther's very glamorous and much thicker coated.
Yes, she's very
Chester
woolly.
had some problems.
Yes, that's why he always used to wear T-shirts.
Well, Chester, exactly. Chester was supposed to be my dog on The Nanny.
The Nanny, right.
So, but he was fiercely devoted to Fran, and they would make me do things like pick him up or come near him, and he would try to bite me.
We wrote it that the dog hated her and loved me because that was the way it kind of was in real life. So we knew if I'm holding the dog and she pulls the dog out of my arms,
every time
he's going to have a reaction, and he was so consistent.
Just fierce. So that was fun.
Now, you know, this show, of course, is themed in education and learning. Yes. And you've kind of dedicated your life to that. Here at the peak of your career here in Hollywood as a brilliant actress, you did 2 successful series. You decided to pack it up and take on what I consider to be one of the noblest of professions, becoming a teacher. So tell us about that.
Well, there's a couple of things. You know, I was 40 when we went down, when the show stopped, and I had a 4-year-old. So
Katie.
Yes. So I thought long and hard about wanting to raise a small daughter and you know, be a 40-year-old actress at the same time. That's challenging in this city.
Yes.
And so I made the decision to go back to Texas, where I'm from originally, to Austin, and now I teach. I'm a professor. Yes. I know, right?
That's awesome, girl. I know. Now, your students were like probably kids when we were doing The Nanny. So what do they make of it all? And now it's so successul all over again in Nick at Night.
I know. So I will get, some of them already know that I was on the show. Sometimes they'll be in class and they'll find out. And can I do an impersonation?
Yes.
Of pretend, looking and thinking and... And then there's always the cell phones with the cameras, my professor. So that happens sometimes, but a lot of times they already know, so then they're being very serious. Because, you know, just like you, we've done it. We've worked professionally and now back teaching. So, so they take you seriously when you've done both.
Do they call you Lauren or Miss Lane or Professor?
It depends on if I like them.
So you have your teacher's pet?
Am I blushing? No, I'm
Oh, no.
completely...
Yes, egalitarian.
Yeah, exactly.
You show no favoritism.
None at all.
Now, when I was a kid in school, needless to say, the teacher, the acting teacher, said that I was never going to make it with a voice like this. Ha ha. What do you do now when there's some kid that may be a little, shall we say, unusual, different, obtuse, doesn't, you know...
Well, see, the thing is that people said the same thing to me. I think it's nobody knows. That's my view. I'm far more nurturing than punitive in my teaching because I don't feel like you can open an artist up
Now,
if you...
just for my benefit, I'm sure the audience knows, but what does punitive mean? I'm serious.
If it were American Idol, I'm Paula. I'm not Simon.
Okay, so you're more nurturing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, where were we?
We were saying that when there's a student that doesn't quite fit in the box.
See how good?
I know I'm a talk show host.
I don't think that anybody knows that. There are special things that a student may have gifts that are really clear and obvious and gifts that are subterranean or hidden, and I feel like that's my job, to help them figure that side of them out, not to tell them, no, you can't do this.
Right. That's so beautiful because you're an incredible actress. Would you ever come back to
Well, you know, I still act mostly in theater there. But I live in Austin, Texas, and there's not a lot.
In fact, didn't you do a play with Danny Davis?
I just recently did a play with
butler
Danny.
and the nanny. So was that fun?
It was so much fun. We hadn't seen each other in, I think, 11 years or something like that. So it was.
And he's from.
And we got to do Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I would have loved to have seen that.
It was brilliant.
They're both such brilliant theater actors.
Brilliant.
It's just
so that's what
incredible.
I do mostly, is theater. I still act, but, you know, just balancing the teaching and the mommy.
Well,
role.
you do it beautifully, and I'm thrilled to see you again.
So good to see
and I thank you for being such a great, you know, influence on our young people. And I think that the arts is terribly underserved in our schools.
I agree. I agree.
So thank you for you know, participating in such a noble profession.
Can I try to hold her? Will she grab?
No, she is an angel, good as gold. Coming up next, we'll talk with an outspoken lady who has some provocative opinions about the state of education in this country. So stay with us.